Hi, Val. How are you? This is very impromptu. I was going to look through some books and I decided to come on for a few minutes. I'm okay. How are you doing? It's late where you are, isn't it? Because you're back east, right? Oh, you are? Why were you bored? I was watching some reruns of Duck Dynasty. It's 12:30 there. Yeah. I don't have a lot of info or anything exciting, but I thought, well, I'll go on for a few minutes, just see who's up, shoot the bull for a few minutes, and then that'll be that. What'd you do today? I know I love Duck Dynasty. I like Alan, and I wish Phil was still with us. Hi, three people, come on in. Come on in. Come on down. You're part of the family feud. I didn't have that great of a dinner. I just had a hot dog. Hi, Pet Nanny Nancy. Are you going by a different name now, or are you new to my channel? And if you're new, if you could hit the subscribe button, I'd appreciate it. And hit that bell so you know whenever I come live. Now I feel like I'm a commercial. Well, Pet Nanny Nancy's excited. Do you live in California, Pet Nanny Nancy? You had turkey and Swiss sandwich? Ooh, that sounds good. I think tomorrow I'm going to have a ham and tomato and, oh, excuse me, Swiss sandwich. Can you believe I'm thinking about lunch? You did have a different name. Oh, no. You're saying you live in California, is that right, Pet Nanny? Pet Nanny Nancy. Hi, Element. You made a giant pot of meatballs and sauce. Well, can you send me some, please? Please. Spaghetti and tacos are my favorite. I love spaghetti and meatballs. See, Valerie wants some too. Pet Nanny, were you always this name or are you new to my channel, just so I know? I know, I wish you could too. Sounds so good. You know when you eat, oh, sorry guys, I was yawning. You know when you eat something for dinner, it's not really what you wanted and it just doesn't hit the spot. So everything that you think about, you think, oh man, I wish I had that. Oh, I wish I had that. Oh, you've been listening about my birthday party? Mexican food. Because I love tacos. I love tacos and spaghetti. But there'll be all kinds of Mexican food. Always same name. I've been around for years. I usually don't talk. Well, I'm glad you're talking now. I love when people come on and start talking. High five people. If you could hit the thumbs up, that'd be great. You guys got to forgive me with my yawning. Once I start, I can't stop. You know how some people sneeze and they keep sneezing? That was my grandmother. I used to say, God bless you once, and then I would tell her, I'm going to wait until you're done. Because she'd sneeze over and over and over. Well, that's what I do with yawning. You made a large batch to freeze and, of course, have for dinner. Well, that's the way to do it, LMN. That's the way to do it. So what'd you guys do today? I didn't do anything exciting. Nothing. Actually, I didn't do a whole lot because you know what? This is what happens when I go to bed halfway decent, okay? I got to bed at 11 o'clock. I fell asleep around quarter after. Like I've told you before, I never have a problem falling asleep. That's not my issue. I can fall asleep at the drop of a hat. It's staying asleep. That's the problem. So I go to sleep because I got a new rabbit hole that I've gone down. Now I'm looking at people living in their vans and their RVs. So that's the new thing. So I was watching that last night and I fell asleep and I wake up and I thought, oh, I feel so rested. It was 2:30 in the morning. I went, you've got to be kidding me. So I kept trying to go to sleep. Didn't work. So then I watched more of the vans, how they turned their vans and all that into their living space. Finally fell asleep around 4:30. My alarm went off at 5:30. So then I took a nap around 3:30 for about 45 minutes. But I don't want to go to sleep because it's only 9:30 or 9:25 here for me. I cannot. If I go to bed early, I guarantee you I'll be up at 2:30. They are interesting, Pet Nanny. I'm going to call you Pet, okay? Do you do that too, Valerie? It drives me nuts because I think, oh, good. And then I'll wake up and I think, oh, I feel so good because I've slept so long. No, you haven't, Daveda. You haven't slept long. You slept 3 hours. But Pet, I was watching these and I was watching the ones where they got scared. Of course I did. Of course that's what I watch. So they were talking about this one. Man, she's crazy. She's paralyzed from the waist down, okay? And she travels by herself, and she has her whole thing rigged for her disability. Oh, you do, and then you're out for the night? Hi, Mr. Joker. I know there's a ghost in my house. I know. And, now what was I just saying? I was telling you something. Oh, the one that's, yeah. So she was talking about, and they always go into these areas that are, to me, I would never want to go by myself, okay? So this chick was in this area. It was in Canada, but it's very desolate, okay? And there's a lake, like a big lake, but nothing around, nothing but a bunch of, you know, trees and bushes and all that. Well, anyway, she was going to sleep, fell asleep. Now, keep in mind, she's paralyzed from the waist down, and she has a wheelchair that she has to finagle her way into. I still don't know how she goes to the bathroom. I did think about that. I'm just being honest. I'm thinking, how the heck? How do you do that? Anyway, so all of a sudden she hears this banging on her van. Bang, bang, bang. And she's thinking, oh my gosh. And so finally she goes, who is it? What do you want? Didn't hear nothing. Starts banging again. This went on for probably about an hour. And then it stopped. So the next morning, she did fall asleep finally. So she opens up her curtains, and it's a paw, so it was a bear. Thank God. I mean, because I think bears could break windows easy if they wanted to. Well, what she had done, she had cooked dinner, okay? And she cooked it in a crock pot, so the smell lingered for hours and hours as she was cooking, because she had her windows open. Well, the bear smelt it. And so he came over because he wanted to break bread with her. And so then she shows how she gets herself finagled into her wheelchair, and then she has it rigged to where it picks the wheelchair up and then puts it outside. Well, she wouldn't stand a chance if there was a bear right out there, because it takes time for her to get back in, because the crane type thing that lifts up her wheelchair is slow. It's not fast. She wouldn't stand a chance, not a chance, if that bear was still around there. But I thought, man, you are one brave chick. I mean, it's crazy. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I'd be scared to death. I would too. I'd be gone in a minute flat. Is that what it is? They have a tube in their stomach so they don't have to go to the bathroom? Well, yeah, but the tube has to go somewhere, right? Oh man, I know. And she said something about surfing, okay? I can't imagine how she surfs. There's no way. But I am going to look into that, because I'm thinking, how in the heck? You're paralyzed. You can't get up on a board. But I'm telling you, she does it all. She drives. She has it rigged to where she can drive. So that's my new rabbit hole that I'm in, watching these at night when I go to bed. Hi, Shannon. How are you doing? Hi, Carol. Well, look, it's Old Home Week. So what all did you guys eat? I just had a hot dog. It was boring as heck. Now I want LMN's spaghetti. I'm going to make enchiladas tomorrow. I'm going to make fresh salsa because I have chips. Although I think I'd like to make some chips out of my corn tortillas. No, it wasn't Hebrew National. It was Farmer John Beef. Although I really do like the Hebrew Nationals. I know, Shannon. I want some of LMN's spaghetti so bad. Now I'm going to make spaghetti and meatballs for sure. Probably make it Sunday. Yeah, Farmer John's are good if they're beef. But yeah, I mean, I don't know anything. I just came on because, well, I was going to start reading. I got some books and I was going to look through them. But then I thought, well, I could, well, and I was watching Duck Dynasty earlier, but I thought, well, I could come on and just say, howdy do for a few minutes, then look at the books. But you know what happens? If I start to read, invariably, I don't care. I don't care what time it is. When I start reading, my eyes start getting heavy and I'm out. I'm out. I mean, I don't last, the most I probably last is 15 minutes. Oh, thanks, Elle. Well, I wish you did too. But see, then when I fall asleep and it's this early, I wake up. And when I first wake up, I think, oh, it's got to be around 5. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I've really slept. And then I'm always scared to look at my phone to see what time it is because I always know it's only going to be maybe 2 or 3 hours that I've slept. Sure as anything, yep. I slept 3 hours. That was it. And once I wake up, I can't go back to sleep right away. I can't, no matter how hard I try. So then I lay there and go into the things that I'm watching. For a while, I was watching domestic abuse, okay? So I watched that for like 5 days. Now I'm into the van life. Well, when I say van, I mean where they convert whatever they have, the bus, van, RV, whatever. And then this other chick, this early morning, I was watching her, and she converted her van. Well, she was in, I think she was in South Carolina. And she didn't scope out the place because she normally scopes them all out to see where you can have free parking. Well, she didn't. So she drove and drove and drove, and everywhere she drove, they said she couldn't park there. So she finally gets to this hotel that's downtown in South Carolina, and she just starts to fall asleep. And she still has her phone on. And all of a sudden, you hear this banging on her window. And at first, she said, I'm not going to answer it. But they kept banging, banging, banging. I'm not going to answer it. Banging, banging, banging. They wouldn't leave. Finally, she goes, hold on, I'll be there in a minute. So she tells them, I'm just using my restroom real quick. And then I'll leave, because they were telling her she had to leave. So she's back on the road. Now it's 11 o'clock at night. She doesn't know where she's at. She doesn't know where she can stop off to sleep a few hours. She finally she tried a Walmart, and the Walmart, this particular Walmart, they didn't let you stay there. Apparently Walmarts let you stay in their parking lots. Well, this one didn't. And what she came to find out, it was close to the the base, you know what I mean? It was by military base. So she thinks that had something to do with it. So she finally finds I can't remember the name. It's one of the regular names. Not Motel 6, not like that, but anyway, a hotel. And she finally was able to sleep until about 6 in the morning. And then she got ready to leave. But I'm thinking, what if you have to go to the bathroom? And what happens if you want to take a shower? You know? I couldn't live like that. I couldn't. Oh, I used to watch Roman Atwood all the time. Is he still online? Because they went off for a while. I usually sleep about 4 hours a night, which isn't enough because I'm tired during the day. And I want to be able to sleep the night through and feel really rested. And then sometimes I'll have dreams, and the dreams seem so real that the next day I think, did I really buy that? Did did I really make that? And I didn't. But the dream was so real, I thought I did. Yeah, he's got some good blogs. Yeah, so that's what's happening here. What are you guys doing tomorrow? Because surely some of you are going to go to sleep because for some of you it's almost 1 in the morning, right? Oh, thanks, Shannon. But you know what? I didn't do hardly anything this year. I really didn't. You have a roofer and you have to go to the dentist because you're getting your roof redone, right, El? And then what do you have to have done at the dentist? Just a cleaning? My cleaning's in November. It's 1 a.m. I'm off to sleep. Good night, El. Thanks for coming in. Hey, 11 people, can you hit the thumbs up for me or the thumbs down? There are people on TikTok that live in hotel instead, renting a. See, I couldn't do that either, Valerie. I couldn't. Yes, your house is beautifully decorated for Halloween. Oh, thank you, Pat. Hi, Nicole. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Laundry day tomorrow. I just did my laundry. I did a load of laundry a couple hours ago. Got that done. I vacuumed today. God, those dogs, I'm telling you, I cannot get over how bad they shed. I always dump out my canister, before you start vacuuming again, and it's always all their pet hair. And so after I emptied it and I vacuumed again, it's full with pet hair. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. I couldn't live in a hotel. I couldn't. Then the one I was telling you about, the one that finally slept in the uh, hotel parking lot, she just rented a place not far from me, actually. She's in San Diego. And she's leasing it for a year. She lives by the beach now. But she's still going to take her van out. But see, I would have to, if I was going to do something like that, I would still have to have a place to where I called home. The thought of not having anything other than what you're living in, going from one place to the next, and that's fine. But I need to have something where my roots are planted. I'd have to. It's cheaper than an apartment, but I don't know. Val, I don't know. I just don't think I could do it. Yeah, drag out your Halloween decor. I'm too paranoid, too many weirdos out there. See, that's how I am, Pet. They would knock one time, or that bear would come up one time, and I'd probably die of a heart attack, if truth be known. And then I would be so scared I wouldn't want to go out. And then this other chick that I watched, she has a shower, okay, outside. So when she opens up her doors to the back of her van, the whole thing is rigged with a shower head on it. So it would look like your shower, right? But you're standing outside taking your shower. Okay, so my luck would be either hikers would all of a sudden hike to where I was singing in my shower, meaning outside, or a bear would come and kill me. And that'd be the end of it. I wouldn't do a van either. I mean, I would have to have, and then this other one. She's been on the road for 9 years, okay? She had a very, very lucrative job, made lots of money. And she got sick of the corporate life. So she left her job, bought, I don't know exactly what it is. It isn't an RV, but it's bigger. I don't know what you call them, but it's bigger than a van, but it's not real big. Well, anyway, she went to this particular area, and it was in Arizona. And there were other campers around. But anyway, she said she had her door open, but she had a little screen, you know, where it would keep the flies or bugs or whatever out. All of a sudden she hears, and she had her music turned up real loud. She had her music up and she was cooking. And all of a sudden she heard this banging. And she goes over, well, she has a, you know what, a little pew-pew up on a shelf for self-protection. And she put her hand on that in case she needed it. Well, she said this guy was standing there. Now, keep in mind, she's in Arizona. It's in the summer. It's hot. Hot, hot. This guy has long red hair. He's wearing a black leather jacket. We're talking in the desert. A black leather jacket. And she said, my gut told me, be careful. And she said, and he was really, really nice. And he's saying, yeah, I think you're at my my spot. And she said, there are no particular spots in this area. And he said, no, come here, I'll show you. Well, he wanted to get her outside. And she goes, no. She goes, I'm not coming out. And she goes, and I kept thinking, the only thing that's keeping him from me is the screen door. And the screen door didn't have a lock. And she was thinking, she didn't want to show the fear, so she kept that poker face and kept stern with him. Well, then as he kept trying, and she said he kept on and on for about 6 minutes. And all of a sudden, a couple people that were camping started to walk over towards her and just stood there because they could tell something wasn't right. So anyway, she said, I don't know what to tell you. She goes, I'm not in your spot. Well, he finally left because those people came up. And they said that they had a weird feeling about him as well. So he took off. Well, she had the kind of rig where you have to put your car, you have to hook your car to it. And you're driving your car with it, with the other part behind you. You know what I mean? And she said, and I learned my lesson. I won't, because she had undone it. She had undone the, what do you call that? Not the hook, but is it the hatch? Well, whatever it is. She had undone it. And she said, my lesson I learned is I won't undo it again. because it takes time to get that together, right? I mean, although she'd still have to, get out of her camper and shut the door and lock it to get to her car. But then you've got the added having to take the time to put it back on the, whatever it's called, hook or whatever. I couldn't do it, guys. I couldn't live like that. The hitch. That's right. The hitch. Tow hitch. I know. Thank goodness those people came up. Can you imagine living like that? I can't. I can't. Oh my Lord. I mean, because I keep thinking, what if you had a weirdo and he started shaking your van back and forth? What if you were in an area like this one was? I mean, she was out in the wilderness. Well, how long is it going to take a cop to get there? And she couldn't have anything to protect her in Canada, if you get my drift. So she had not what the other ones had. She might have a knife, but good luck. I mean, yep, that is not my way. I mean, I'm very intrigued and I enjoy watching, but there's no way I could ever do it. But then it showed this one couple, and they were from Canada as well, but they travel all over the United States and everything. And oh my gosh, you guys, they had the most gorgeous, when I say gorgeous, I mean gorgeous RV. I mean, it had all the, oh my gosh, it had everything. It was so beautiful. They had big screen TVs, they had a beautiful kitchen, they had a beautiful bedroom. I mean, and I said out loud to myself, now that's what I could live in. I could see myself doing that. But even that, you have that black water tank that you have to empty. Ooh, ugh. No can do. Me too, Valerie. Hi, Heads. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Heads. Happy birthday to you, even though it's belated. I worked with a gal who lived in a motel room with her hubby and two little boys. She was a foreigner. Did they live there forever? Shannon? Yeah, it is scary outside. You are vulnerable. You're very vulnerable. And can you imagine if that bear had got in? Thank God her door was locked. But you guys, that one was paralyzed. She wasn't a paraplegic. Well, do you call it paraplegic if they're only paralyzed from the waist down? I can't remember. I think you do, because if it was any different, it'd be quadriplegic, correct? But nevertheless, it showed how she had to move her legs to get into her wheelchair. And I thought, chick, you know what? My hat goes off to you that you travel around everywhere by yourself. I mean, I don't know. That takes a lot of cojones. You know what I mean? Just wonder what happened to them. I used to give her a ride to work. Found out she took the bus. Gosh, that must have been hard, huh, Shannon? Did you have a good birthday, Heads? She did have guts, I'll tell you. I wouldn't do it. And it was so funny. because the next day when she went out to check, because she wanted to make sure that her tires were okay, you know, that it didn't puncture her tires. And she was out there, and she said, I keep hearing rustling in the bush. And I'm thinking, oh, for God's sake, get back in that van, woman. Get in there. It's going to take you a few minutes. You know, you got to get your wheelchair back, and you got to get your crane to pick you up. And I was a nervous wreck. I was a nervous wreck until she got back in there. All I kept thinking is that bear's going to come out, because it was smelling food the night before. Because she even said, I can still smell the food in here, you know, that she had cooked. Because she had cooked it all day on the crock pot. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, that bear's around there. She would not have a chance. She would not have a chance if that bear was there. She took her bear spray. Well, that's great. But what if you don't aim it good enough? Or what if you don't get it good enough and he gets mad? That's not going to work. But I'll tell you what, there's some daring people in this world. And I'm not one of them. I have to have my home with the doors locked. That's right. No bueno. You better believe no bueno. So what do I have to do tomorrow? Okay, let's think. Tomorrow, I'm going to make enchiladas. I'm going to get up really early because I want to get those enchiladas done, because they take some time. And I'll make my salsa. So I'll get that done. I'll get those baked and everything, so all I have to do is reheat them later in the evening. Then, I already got my laundry done. I got my vacuuming done. So, I might try to work on one more video and then maybe edit. I have to call and make all my doctor's appointments, but maybe I'll do that Wednesday. It's red, pet. And I think I'm going to roast my jalapenos and tomatoes and onion a little bit before I make the salsa this time, and the garlic. You did nothing today, Val? I have those days too. Actually, I like those days sometimes when I'm just sitting. I'll tell you what I really love, okay? My very favorite time is when it's cold out and I've got my heated throw on me. I found a throw that I want from TikTok. It looks like a robe, but it's heated. It looks like a robe. And it's real fluffy. But you plug it in and it heats up. So I'm thinking, man, that'd be nice when we do start to get cooler weather at night to have that to kick back and watch TV. But that's my favorite time, is to do that and watch movies all day, and especially if it's raining, which I don't think we're going to get. We're supposed to have El Nino again. Yeah, it's a heated. It looks like a robe, and it's long and it's really fluffy. It looks so cozy. Who's getting married? I don't know. I'm going down shopping on Wednesday, but I'm dreading it. Oh, Heads, is it your son getting married, Heads? Yes, we do have bears in California, but they're in the mountains. Now watch, there'll be a sighting of a bear here, because we have mountain lions where I am. right in contact with one years ago. I was in my car, thank God. But I mean, it was right there. And it stood right, I mean, oh, I didn't have I had a flip phone at the time, so it wasn't like my iPhone. This is years ago. Because I'll tell you what, if I had my iPhone, I would have taken video of that sucker. You were once riding in a four-wheeler in upper Wisconsin, seen bear on the trail. I slowed down. My husband was on another, said, "What are you doing?" Yeah, I wouldn't have slowed down. I would have been probably speeding so fast that it wouldn't have been funny. What I have here is I have raccoons, bobcats, mountain lions, coyotes, skunks, hawks, roadrunners, deer, rattlesnakes. That's what I have in my immediate area. We're getting hot weather again in Cali. Oh, Pat, dang. Do you live by me, Pat? You live in Southern California? Dang it. It's been so nice these last few days. Oh, I dread it. How long? How long are we going to have it? That's right, your son. I'm so excited for you. December 6th. Night, Shan. Have a good night. Oh my God, I pray to God. Well, we're going to have them. I mean, every year we have them, but oh, I dread them. I dread the Santa Anas. I really do. Yeah, please hit the likes, everybody. I got 12 people looking, and I've got 8 likes. If you could hit the thumbs up, thumbs down. I was watching rams fighting. Rams? You mean rams with the horns? Oh, yeah, possums, too. I forgot about the possums. Yeah, bobcats. You have boar? Ooh, boars are mean. I don't have mountain lions. No snakes either, Val? You have possums, raccoons, red fox, horned owls. Oh, we have owls too, that's right. And a bald eagle, among other things. Eagle's my favorite. The eagles are beautiful, very majestic. I'm in Southern Cal, warmer area than you. I'm in Southern California, Pet. I'm right by the ocean. Well, okay, let me rephrase that. It takes me about 20 minutes to get to the ocean, but I'm in the canyon, so it gets really hot where I'm at. Yeah, boars are mean. Boars are very mean. Hi, Gloria. I like the way you decorate your house. Okay, I'm new to this chat live. Okay. Well, welcome. Welcome, Glor. What'd you do today, Gloria? Anything exciting? I just thought I'd come on for a few minutes. I always say that, and it's already been 44 minutes. Just to check in with my girls and see how everybody's doing. I hope you'll become a subscriber, Gloria. Head sport, no way. I can't remember what state she's in. Whenever I think of a boar, I always think of the Thornbirds. Remember the movie The Thornbirds? That was a good movie. Well, it wasn't a movie, it was a series, remember? I think it had, what, four or five episodes. Thanks, Heads. I never post before I go live because I never know when I'm going live. I just go whenever I feel like it. No, I can't wait for Halloween. Oh, I don't show my face very much, and I'll tell you what, now, I mean, I have. You can go into my videos, and I do have ones where I have. But the reason now I really don't want to is AI. That stuff is serious business. Oh, you're in Arizona. You know, we have quite a few people in Arizona. We have Dandy Heads, a couple of my girlfriends that I used to work with, Deb on the Move. Who else? There's more people in Arizona. I know, AI is freaky. They're saying now a lot of people don't because of what AI does. I don't know what they do, but that's what they're saying. I want to see the Wizard of Oz so bad at the Sphere. You're from West Texas? My sister-in-law lives in Austin. AI, it's on the computers. Oh, you're in Wisconsin. Okay. AI is where, okay, how do I say it? How do I explain it? AI is, it's new, fairly new on the internet, and it can transform people's pictures or when they go live, and if they show themselves, and they can take video from when you're live and they can put it onto other things because they can, it's like they can, how do I explain it? They can take video from you, but then they can use that on things that aren't good on different videos. I really don't know how to explain it. Yeah, I really want to see it. Yeah, I think, you know, in the beginning, AI seemed like, oh, that'd be kind of cool, you know, the way that it can do things and the way you can just look things up. And I mean, it'll tell you immediately what you're looking for. And it has some cool things, but I think it's going to be a real problem as time goes on. I think AI is going to become something that is not what it was intended for. Yeah, the world is evil and mean, Glor. My husband was scoping out bluest seats, and he was? Oh, you still got to get your real ID? Yeah, I went and got mine because I want to fly to see my son. Oh my gosh, you're going to be a lucky duck, but I can't remember how long it's going to be there. I think it's going to be there a few more months, but I don't know how long. Valerie, are you ever going to travel? Because they said you need your real ID unless you have your passport. I'm praying he surprises me for Christmas. Oh, I hope he does too. Oh, that'll be so nice. That's right, Gloria. That's who I trust. I think it's through December too, Heads, if I'm not mistaken. For some reason, that sticks in my mind. December. But guys, do you realize? Okay, if you don't count September, okay, we have October, November, and there we are, December. It's going to be here before you know it. You told them you need an apple? Oh, you mean when the apples fall from the sphere? You have to go do it, Val. I kept putting it off too, but then I had to do it because my license was going to expire on my birthday, and I couldn't be driving with an expired license. Your birthday's this Thursday? Happy birthday! Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Gloria. Happy birthday to you. My birthday was on the 1st. It does go fast. But Gloria, listen, okay. If you've been married more than once, okay, this is what you need to have. You need to have proof of you living where you live. And that means an electricity bill, a mortgage bill. Take two different bills. Your social security card, birth certificate. You need these things. Birth certificate. If you've been married more than once, you need your marriage license and your divorce paper, the final. And if you're remarried, you need you need your marriage license to the husband you're with now. So keep that in mind. You do have to have that stuff. You're going to be 61? Oh, I wish I was 61 again. Yeah, I would have kept dragging well, I knew I had to get it because you can't even get on a plane, even in the States now, without it. But I wanted to get to see my son, and I thought, I've got to get it. And when I went down to get my license renewed, I thought, you know what, I might as well just do the whole thing while I'm there, because the DMV is such a pain around here because it's just so crowded. But they say to go on a Wednesday or Thursday, and it was true because I went on a Wednesday. I think it was a Wednesday. And they said go around, and I kept thinking to go right in the morning, right? Because that's what I've done before. Well, they said to go around 2 o'clock, and that's what I did, and it was faster. It really was. I know. No, I did not make an appointment. Well, I tried, but there wasn't any, it was booked all the way out until November. Well, I couldn't wait because, like I said, my license would have expired in September. I've been married one time. Okay, he's dead. But I've been divorced more than 40 years and longer, got 2 grown boys. How does your son like Tennessee? He loves it. He loves it, Carol. Oh, they don't make appointments where you're at? Yeah, they still make appointments here, but like I said, it's very hard to get one. So no, I did not. I did not have an appointment, and I was there a total 2 hours, which is good because sometimes people are there for 3 and 4 hours. So I'm just glad it's over with. Because I was like you, I just kept thinking, I don't want to do this. It's just a pain in the wazoo. Yeah, I can't wait to go there. He really likes it. You live in Brownfield? Where is that, Gloria? What state? Yeah, I just got to do. Yeah, you do. You got to, just bite the bullet. You'll be glad when it's done because then you're good for another 5 years. Oh my gosh, I'll be 75 when I got to go back. Oh, crud. Oh. Oh, that's right, Texas. That's right. What'd you say again? West? Was it West? I got to look back. You did tell me that, Gloria. How's your weather right now, Gloria, in Texas? Is it real hot? Yeah, like a colonoscopy, isn't that the truth? So, Pet, how long are we going to have hot weather, and how hot is it going to get? I'm afraid to ask. Oh, I hate it. Do you see what I mean? Oh, you're close to Lubbock. Okay. Um, this is what I mean. We don't have just regular weather anymore. I'm not kidding. I mean, it's just hot, 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 and then you have a couple days of reprieve with 80 degrees and a little bit of a breeze, and then bada bing, bada boom, you're back up to 90, 95, 100. It's like, really? Really? We're not going to get any rain to speak of, from what I'm reading. Oh, drives me nuts. West Texas. Well, Gloria, that's how it is here. I love the mornings because, well, it'll change now that we're going to get hot weather again. But the last 3 or 4 days, the mornings, oh, it's so cloudy. And you think, could it be that it's just going to stay cloudy all day? Maybe we're just going to have some really nice, cool weather. And it stays really nice like that until about 10:30. Boom. 11 o'clock comes, it's hot again, the sun's raging. Valerie, no rain. You're Hispanic? Yeah. Do you love to cook all kinds of Mexican food? I love Mexican food. Love Mexican food. My very favorite is tacos and chili relleno. Love chili relleno. And salsa, of course. And I love horchata. Spanish rice, I love that. I love the fall. And I like winter too, but we don't even have winter. I mean, when you can wear a bathing suit on Christmas, I don't like that. I don't. Sorry. All the Christmas songs that I love about the snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful. Yeah, right. Yep. Weather's so frightful, you're wearing a bathing suit. Oh, nice. So you're able to get down there? I also like what they make with the jicama. Not jicama. Not jicama. Doggone it. Oh, come on. You know, not jicama. The flour. Remember, it makes the drink the red. What am I thinking? Oh, I love guacamole too. Oh, Gloria, can you send me some? Weather has changed since kid, really white. Real hibiscus. That's right, hibiscus. But what's it called in Spanish? I used to love my Spanish class. You know what I remember, and this is what I took in seventh grade, but there's this one thing I remember. And I remember it so vividly. Okay, I'm going to say it, okay? Get ready. Oye. Okay, wait. Oye, ¿quién es ese chico? Es un amigo mío. Bueno, vamos a clase. I've always remembered that. Yes, there's a drink with hibiscus. I love Taco Tuesday. Rojas. Dos y dos son cuatro, cuatro, dos son seis, seis y dos son ocho, y ocho, 16. Oh, I love Tacos Gloria. I love them so much. Gloria, what do you put in the hibiscus again? Because that's not the Spanish name for it, though. But anyway, you get the dried hibiscus, okay? And you put that in water. But there's something, isn't there something else you put in the hibiscus? It's so good. Really good. I watched this one lady on TikTok. Oh my gosh, she's such a good cook. She's Hispanic. She lives in Texas too, I believe. And oh my gosh, the things that she makes look so good. No, you don't put tequila in this, so I guess you could. Dun 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 dun. Tequila. You didn't? The hibiscus flower, the juice? Senior Don Gato was a cat. Oh, I can't remember. You want to hear something funny? Speaking of speaking Spanish, my grandson, my one grandson has autism, and one time my daughter and I were driving, and he couldn't have been more than 3, and he didn't start being verbal until he was, I want to say 18 months. And the first time he ever said anything, I was watching him, and it was New Year's Eve, and I was singing to him. Now keep in mind, he had never spoke. And I used to sing, just one look, that's all it took, just one look. That's that old song from the 50s. And I was singing that to him, and I stopped, and I was going into the kitchen, and he said, again. You never saw anyone turn around so fast in your life. And I go, London, what did you say? And he smiled at me and he goes, again. I go, you want me to sing again? And he smiled at me and he goes, again. And so I sang it. He wanted me to keep singing that over and over and over. Do you know, to this day, he's 13 now, to this day, he'll sing that with me now. He'll sing the whole song. He goes, Grimmy, come on, let's sing the song. Just one look. It's so cute. But I don't even know why I got into that. I was going to tell you something. Why did I get into that? There was a reason for it. Yeah, can you believe that, Heads? I'm telling you, I mean, I was sobbing. I mean, it was like, oh my gosh. I had never heard him speak. And then he just, again. And it was like, oh my gosh. Oh, turkey enchiladas. That sounds good too. What all do you put in your salsa, Gloria? I can't believe she's 13. He's going to be in 8th grade. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Can't believe it. You put tomatillos? You put tomatillos in your regular salsa or your green salsa? Oh shoot, I just remembered I have a avocado. I've got to use that tomorrow. I'm hungry too. This girl and her mom on Facebook, she sounds like a computer voice. That's how she learned to speak. Yes, some of them do. Some of them do, Val. He's a talker now, I'll tell you. He calls me as Valentine. But we love to sing together. Just your good spices and red sauce and flour. Yeah, he is sweet. Good old London. Good old guy. Well, I guess I'm going to go. I've been on 67 minutes. I do too, Gloria. You going to have popcorn? I'm hungry, but I'm too tired to make anything. You know what I mean? Anyway, all right. I'm going now. I don't want to, but I can't. Well, I'm going to look over some books I have, and I'll go to bed at 11. I'll try to keep looking. I'll start looking at those bands again and RVs. Hopefully, I can stay awake until about 12, and then hopefully I can sleep until at least 4:30 or 5. Okay, Pat. Listen, guys, if you're not subscribed, subscribe and hit the notification bell. And I've got 10 people right now and 10 thumbs up. Thanks, guys. Remember, the world's a better place because you're in it. Don't ever forget that. There's only one you, and you bring something to this world nobody else can. I'll talk to you soon, guys. Love y'all. Night.